Okay, so this is lesson 2 of the focus lessons, having to do with point of view. In this story, in this short excerpt, we can see that there are 2 characters in the story, Charlotte, Mr. Trudeau, and Benita, Charlotte's friend. So there are 3 characters. Question number 1 wants you to explain what the word omniscient means. Omniscient is a word that has to do with being godlike or all-knowing. So in relation to point of view, what that means is that the narrator of the story knows everything that's going on in the story. The narrator knows the thoughts of all of the characters, and it knows what each of the characters is going to say and what each of the characters is going to think. Essentially, the narrator is like a god figure. We can know that this passage is told through the third person omniscient point of view because we can know what the teacher is thinking and we can know what Charlotte is thinking. If you look into the excerpt, you can see, for example, that Mr. Trudeau, in the first paragraph, was droning away about metaphors and similes and hadn't noticed anything. If the narrator was not inside of Mr. Trudeau's mind, did not know his thoughts, then he would not know that he hadn't noticed anything. And for Charlotte, we know what Charlotte is thinking because we know that she carefully folded the note that she'd written. So we know that she had taken care and that she pretended to be reaching across the desk for her pen. And so if we were not inside of her thoughts, if the narrator did not know what she was thinking, then we would not know if she was pretending or if she was not pretending. For the third question, it wants to know what reasons an author might choose or decide to use third-person omniscient as the narrator's point of view. Some of the reasons that an author might decide to use third-person omniscient include being able to know and to understand what each of the characters are thinking. If you have a narrator that knows the thoughts and feelings of all of the characters in the story, then we can see a more varied look at the picture and we can understand all of the sides of the story instead of just one character where we would just be seeing the thoughts and the feelings of one character in the story. So if it was just a limited third-person point of view, then we would only see the thoughts and feelings of one narrator. If it was a first-person point of view, we would know the thoughts and feelings of one narrator because that narrator is the person telling the story. So in this case, the third-person omniscient point of view was useful because we were able to know how Mr. Trudeau was feeling when he had the note and if he was noticing if the notes were being passed. And we were able to also understand that Benita and Charlotte then were embarrassed about the note passing.